What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? We back at it again. We back at it again. It's the pre-snap read, and we decked out with fan new stuff today because it's National Signing Day, and that's where we went to. That's where we attend, and for some of us, that's where we work at. But after further ado, let me introduce one of my co-hosts. He was missing last week. It's a dog eat dog world out here. This boy come with the stats. This boy come with the statistics. They was looking for you last week, my dog. And he also is a cute dog on Mega South by. Shout out to my boy Jerry Goodson, man.
Hey man, what's up with it, man? I'm glad to be back, man. They said they was looking for me, dog.
Man, people was looking for you. They was like, "Where's Jerry? Where's Jerry, man? Where's Jerry?" I was like, "Man, that boy had to work, man."
Here I go.
Here I go. Sure. But shout out to Ray, man. He our number one fan in this thing, man. Ray gonna hold it down for us in the comments. How he do. But yeah, man, let's talk about this National Signing Day. Some people got some things, some people didn't get some things. You looking at the landscape of college football, how you think, some HBCUs turned out today?
I think we had a lot of good people that signed, man. Not only FAMU, a lot of school. I know Texas Southern had a guy signed that was a wide receiver that was a pretty good prospect. FAMU had a lot of guys. Well, we had a couple guys signed, man. A guy that was a 4-star athlete. That I'm proud to see what we can do with him. So a lot of teams, man, making big moves, man, on the come up. So I'm excited to see where HBCU football goes in this upcoming fall.
Yeah, man, a lot of people is getting signed. I think a lot of people is doing work in the transfer portal this year. Not a lot of people was, actually signing high school players, or either they didn't get signed. But, that's just another way to, get your next self image and likeness out there. Talking about NIL, you got to get yourself out there. You got to get your, self on the ground running. So if you didn't get signed right now, don't worry. The time is coming.
Yeah.
The time is coming. But what you about to say, Jerry?
I was gonna add a little bit to that, man. Like this day and age, man, everybody's making most of their, acquisitions off of the transfer portal. Like kids still get recruited, but if you're bringing in guys from, other institutions that already have experience, it's kind of like in the workforce. When you hire somebody, you want to hire somebody that has experience already. You don't always want to hire a new person that's new coming into an institution because they don't know how to operate. They don't know how college football works. So a lot of these guys, man, I kind of feel for a lot of these high school kids, man, because some won't get a shot. Some won't get a shot at playing college ball due to the transfer portal. So if you getting signed, you got to be that guy.
Yeah.
You got to be that guy. So, shout out to the guys that we signed. Shout out to the guys that have signed to all these other institutions, man. But if you are a guy that's looking for, like a high school guy looking to play college ball, do not give up on your dream just because you did not sign to an institution today. That's all I got.
Yeah, definitely, man. I don't really listen to the 20 for 20 quarterback club for FAMU, but something told me to just watch it today. Coach Willie Simmons was talking to the quarterback club, and he was like, COVID kind of messed that up because we got a lot of guys that staying 6 years instead of 5 years. So people are staying 1 year longer, and that's kind of messing up like the recruiting process for these high school athletes that's trying to come in. So just like Xavier wasn't supposed to play last year, and a couple other people weren't supposed to play in the SWAC and in the MEAC last year, they got that extra year because of COVID. And now you still have that one more year that people still got as in this year. And once you hit that, I think everything's going to go back in the fold, start signing high school players.
Yeah. The last class is the 2020 class to get that. If you came in after that, you don't apply to you. So we got some more time on it, man. But I know next year and then 2025 will really be the last year.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. 2025 would be the last year. But let's talk about FAMU school. You know, how you think they did, you know, National Signing Day, getting people, transfer portal, you know, how you feel about, you know, they're optimistic in what they did as far as in the realms of working, as far as getting players.
Man, I think we did really well, man. You know, we had gave a grade early on, I think a couple shows back, of how we think, you know, certain institutions did through the transfer portal. And I think my dog gave him a B. I was like a B. You know, I really think it was the transfer portal was an A, because we're like we still like it's still people like coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, National Signing Day, I say, you know, we did very good on that. Like I said, signed a guy, um, Robert Lockhart. I saw that all over Twitter. Robert Lockhart, four-star guy.
Yeah.
Offers from Colorado, Maryland, um, Jackson State. He chose to come to FAMU, so I mean, he made the correct choice. We just got to make, you know, the best with him on the field. He's a smaller guy, real fast guy, 4'4", 4'3" guy, and he's kind of coming to kind of take the range from Xavier Smith, kind of like that same type of body set. So I'm looking forward to what these guys can do in the fall, you know, and moving forward from there.
Definitely, definitely. I feel like we did a good job. I feel like we addressed the places that we need to address. As far as I know, FAMU, they're deep. Like they're running back deep, quarterback deep. Like every skilled position is deep, and
Yeah,
I haven't saw it like that in a while. So I was like, oh wow, okay, yeah, I see what you're doing.
yeah. I mean, to be real, dog, like in the spring is the perfect time to do that because you get to evaluate everybody. You know,
Mhm.
you're gonna have a heavier roster in the spring, and then you'll cut it down in the fall. Like, hey man, we're not gonna bring you back for fall camp. We might bring you back for fall camp, but this is really an evaluation period where people like a lot of times people that don't play may switch positions. You know, and they might go to something else and be better at that position. I know when I was playing spring ball, man, we had like 3 or 4 different guys that came over and played running back, and one guy ended up being the starting running back that played linebacker the year before. So you never know when spring is a great time, man, a great time for experimenting, and a great time to learn about your program and learn what you got.
Okay, definitely, definitely. And what you think about as far as the other HBCUs out there, as far as you know how they're recruiting and what they got going on for this? So even you know, even Bethune got some players. Like they got like 4 or 5 players as far as you know National Signing Day. So shout out to them and with all they going through, it's get they got somebody. You know what
Uh,
I'm saying? They got somebody.
I don't know how they did that with the fiasco that happened, you know, in front of their face. You know, this is on what happened with Ed Reed happened like in front of their face. Like, so I'm surprised that those guys still signed like after they saw all that go down. But you know, it's a good thing for them, man, because they got some good guys coming in. I know they have a lot of guys that transferred out. A lot of guys from BCU transferred out. Another guy that was going to sign, I think he ended up signing with a bigger FBS team. I can't remember who it was. I think it was I can't remember who it was. But you know, I'm not too pleased with that recruiting class overall. Of course, it's due to what happened. But you know, Jackson State has a great recruiting class coming in. I know somebody had just flipped over. They just switched to Jackson State. You know, so they're still you know doing their due diligence for bringing the people in. Texas Southern, I didn't really see too much Grambling. I saw a lot of Grambling posts of you know people at their official visits and what they were doing, but I don't know if all those efforts have been you know came back and worked in their favor. I
Yeah,
haven't really seen too much. I don't. Maybe it's you know you don't have to sign on February 1st. You
yeah.
know, it still be some stuff coming in the near future. I didn't sign until later on. I wanted to make sure I made the right decision, but yet I made the wrong decision. But anyway, that's we ain't gonna go into that. I made the wrong decision at first when I switched to my HBCU, but go into
Oh, God,
that.
it sold you false hopes and false dreams. Boy,
What?
'cause that's what a lot of these coaches do. Like literally, I just had the kicker on what Sunday. I think I had him on Sunday, and he was like, you know, out of all the schools that I went to, and he's a you know 5-star kicker, he was like everybody was trying to force that relationship on him. Like every other school was trying to force a relationship on him, force something. They was like, "Oh yeah, we need you," but like you're not making the relationship authentic. And he was like, the one thing about FAMU, he was like, all the coaches made the relationship authentic as far as hey, this is what we're going to prepare you for. This is what you're going to do. We got this for you. Actually talking to their mom and their dad and all this stuff. They actually make you feel like a family when go there. And my thing is, you pick FAMU over Florida State.
Yeah.
That's big.
Mm-hmm.
That's big, and like he said he grew up watching the kickers at Florida State, but like at the end of the day, it's about personality. It's about these, how can I say, relationships that that you can't never take away. So that has a big part of doing recruiting too.
Yeah, I agree, man. I had met with him a couple of times, man. He's a good dude, man. That's what I can say about FAMU, though. They're really big on building relationships with people. Even if you don't pursue to go to FAMU, like it's always, I wish the best for you. You're a young athlete trying to make it. So if you don't choose FAMU, that's okay. We may not be the best school for you, but I still wish the best for all of your future endeavors. And that's what I love about the school, man. When I signed, when I remember the day that I signed, man, one of the coaches said called from another school. He was like, "Yo, where you signing?" And like, I didn't hear anything back from you. I said, "Hey, coach, I'm signing to this other school." Oh, all right, bet we gonna make sure we beat y'all. Like like he was like just talking down on the program and like kind of talking bad to me. I'm like, what, bro? Like, all right, bro, whatever. They didn't beat us, I got a ring to prove it. But hey, that's what he wanted to do, man. And I don't think we operate in that direction. I think FAMU is in every program I've had experiences with, man. It's always love, it's always an embrace, it's always an uplift that they want to bring to the kids because at the end of the day, it's all about the kids.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. I'm gonna just go ahead and let you know, Jerry, my grade's still at a B. my
A
grade,
B?
I'm a hard grader, man. My grade's still out of B, man. I mean,
I tell you what, man, I'm gonna have to write a letter to the president on you, man. The way you grading, dog, ain't no way.
man, my grade will change after spring ball. I
don't know, bro.
I give it the spring ball to see my grade change because I need to see what the transfer portal people do. When I need to see it.
But think about this though, bro. Like, I get what you're saying, bro. But these dudes, it's gonna be their first time in the program, bro. So they gotta learn all the plays, and so the spring is really when they learning all of that. So you can't really see, what I'm saying, how good they're gonna be because all of that stuff is gonna be learned by the fall. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but you can see spurts.
Yeah.
Like Isaiah Major. In the spring, I saw spurts. So I was like, oh, okay. I see how he played. Then when Musa came in, he did it in spurts. So I was like, okay, I see why he made that throw. So if I see those little spurts, then it's gonna bump to an A. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I watch some other HBCU spring ball. Hopefully it'll be on a streaming platform. We in this HBCU Go Finanza with the SWAC getting sued, but we ain't gonna talk about that because that's that's a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother ball game because the SWAC boy, them Bama's on your back. Just know that they on your back. They on your back. Let's talk about this Senior Bowl games. We got the Reese's Bowl that's provide mostly seniors and the NFLPA Bowl. Those two bowl games are coming up. Jared, what have you been seeing in the bowl practices and the landscape of these bowl games, man?
Man, what I can say, man, our HBCU boys, our players, they are showing out. They're doing really well. I mean, I didn't expect anything less, especially when we got, guys like James Houston that have already showed out, guys like Marquise Bell that have gone and showed out. So, I mean, it's doing is really bringing more awareness to HBCUs and what talent we can bring to the NFL, So, I was watching Isaiah Lamb earlier, man, some of his reps. He was doing really well against guys. I think the guy went to Maryland. I can't remember what school the offensive lineman went to, but he had wrong arm him. He had extended his arm out and had him stood up straight. 6'5", 6'6" guy. So, I mean, it's looking very good. I think I seen Shaq. Shaq was out there dominating per usual, and they were like, oh, my God, who is this guy? We never heard of him. Of course, you never heard of him. But you know who he is now. You know who he is now. So, I mean, I'm proud of the guys, man. I'm proud of everybody out there. They're doing really well from what I'm seeing. So looking forward to that in the future, man. And them keep doing well.
Yeah, especially going up with caliber talent, like, my boy Dallas Daniels, he doing this thing. Like you said, Shaq, he doing this thing. He beating people on goals and making it look easy. Isaiah Lamb, he's showing that, he may not be the biggest player out there, but he's showing his will. He's showing that, hey, I can be strong with the best of them, and I'm more agile and hostile, from the rest. And definitely Aubrey Miller, that bull. Hold on, I'm about to pull it up,
Please.
Hold on, this Isaiah. Hold on,
Please pull it up.
Yeah, because that was just sad. That was just.
Y'all want to see how I look when I play ball? This is a great example of how I used to,
Let me see.
I would be, of course, the bruhs in this situation. I would be your boy right here.
Cause Jerry, you play. I want you to, break down your analytics. What would you have done in this situation if you was the running back, or if you was, in that position of that linebacker position? Like, what technique would you have put forth, trying to block this man? I'm about to get it pulled up.
Pull it up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go play by play, moment by moment, what he should have done and what he couldn't have done in that situation.
Okay, here we go. So, Aubrey Miller in the black. We got the running back from Tulane,
I think that's Tajay Spears.
Ooh. Oh yeah, see, yeah, he got speared. But Jerry, go ahead and just break this down right here. Break this drill down for my people that's watching and YouTube land. Go ahead and break the drill down for me.
Before we even start, this right here is a one-on-one pass setting drill. This is the drill to really see if the running backs or the fullbacks, whoever you got in there, tight ends, running backs, fullbacks, are able to block and pass set and pass block for the quarterbacks. Right here, we got a linebacker coming off the edge, like it's probably an edge blitz. This is going to be the guy the running back in the white picks up. Go ahead and press play.
All right.
And you can see he ran that man over. He ran that man over.
Yeah.
Pause for me that right there.
I got you. I'm gonna rewind it back.
Yo, Spears is a 5'10", 195 running back going against, I think he probably about 6'1", 6'2", 245, 250. So look at his feet. His feet should not be together like this, because you have no way to, if I push you, your feet are together like that, you're going to fall down no matter how strong you are. You need to have your foot back and ready to catch the brace. He did not do that, and you see where he's going. He needs to have his foot digged in the ground and the soil, ready to catch and absorb the weight and the pressure that Aubrey Miller is bringing onto him, and he did not do that. Therefore, he got ran over. Look like his hands are outside. He need to have his hands on the inside, exploding into the chest of Aubrey Miller. He did not do that either. So this is not really a good rep by this young man at all. Aubrey Miller, on the other hand, kept his feet moving, low pad. This guy's only 5'10", ran him over. It's a great rep for him. You see this man with his head down, he's sad. You're like, dang, man, I'm messing up my chance. Got to get back again and do a better opportunity. I'm pretty sure his coach coached him up of what he needs to do better on this next rep.
Boy, that was a lovely breakdown, Jerry. That was just a lovely breakdown. Just a little HBCU breakdown. Now I'm gonna break down my guy, Shaq, Shaq Davis. And that boy did a little damage. That boy did a little damage. Well, he did a big damage, but if you catch my drift, let me pop this up for you. Oh, hold up now. Wi-Fi acting a little bit. Okay, there we go. There we go. Put this on pause. Share. Try to get it. Bear with us. Bear with us.
Look like the Wi-Fi guy hit like Tajay did, guys.
Yep. Okay, let me bring this back. Let me bring this back. So, right at the jump, he messed up. Right at the jump, he messed up. His back foot right here ain't even placed right. Because if it was placed right, he would be more at a lateral movement instead of like a retreat movement. And he retreating and trying to push. You feel me, Jerry?
I feel you. Yeah.
He stepped back to press. You never step back to press. You step forward to press. So he already messed up on that, dude. I guess he underestimated how fast, Shaq really was.
Mm-hmm.
So literally, he just battered him off right there. That's really all he needed. That's really all he needed. He just battered him off, and you already a step behind because your first step was your slowest step, and after that, it just bombs away.
Bombs were bad, that dog. Dog, if you look at it from the jump, he was open in the first second of the route.
He really
He's
was.
open right here.
Yes.
That's
Hold on. I think there's another angle that I can show. If it...
Well, how many camera views you got, boy? You ESPN.
Boy, I'm telling you, I got plenty.
He got a lot of space, man. You can't. That's the worst thing. He has space on his height. He got space on the route. This guy is not going to win this rep.
So this is what I was talking about. Like when he started, he already started. He pushed this foot right here. He pushed that foot back. So that's a big no-no. That's a big no-no for your corner. You was not retreating. You was not going in a zone. First of all, you playing man to man. You want to get physical in his face. You want to push up. So that's just number one right there. And after that happened, he just sauced him up. He's technically, Jerry, you are right. He's open them first 5 yards. Right here, he's open.
Yeah.
You can just bombs away.
That man ain't catching.
Bombs away. And that arm swiping ain't gonna do nothing to that boy. He's gonna catch it. And he's just gonna catch it. But that's a little me and Jerry breakdown, a little film session with me and Jerry. We may do a little bit more of that, in the comments for future. But definitely make sure y'all stay tuned to these bowl games, man, because we definitely got to support our HBCU athletes. Always support. And going off track, let's talk about support. We have 4 HBCU players that will be in the Super Bowl this coming up next weekend. Not this weekend, but the next weekend. We do have 4 HBCU players that will be playing in the Super Bowl that actually plays. Not sitting on the sideline. These boys will actually play in the Super Bowl. That is amazing. I need to look that statistic up because I don't think 4 HBCU players played in the Super Bowl at the same time.
No.
All in the same time. That's amazing. Then we definitely got 2 African American quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. That was just going to be another Black History fact for Black History Month. We popping off Black History like it ain't nothing. You got HBCU players in the Super Bowl. We got 2 Black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. How you feeling about the Super Bowl, Jerry?
Man, I'm ecstatic, man. Being a 2-time HBCU grad, man, and coming from a deep Division II program, man, I'm very happy to see that we got guys up there playing, man. We got Joshua Williams, Fayetteville State, drafted in the fourth round. I think either fourth or third round last year. He's fourth round. He's a rookie. Shout out to Omega Psi Phi. He is a Q dog. He's a great DB, man. Got a great DB. He's a taller guy, 6'2", 6'3". He's I think he's stepping in because their starting corner got hurt, and he actually had an interception last game. So he's doing really well. Another guy on their team, Brian Cooks, he played at Howard. And he was actually on the same play, and I think he hit the ball first before Josh picked it off. So those two are playing for the Chiefs. And then on the other side of the ball, we have Javon Hargrave. He played at South Carolina State. I think that was probably about 6, 7. He was a while ago when he played there.
Yeah, it was a minute ago.
But he's one of the best defensive linemen in the league right now. He's the top guy. He's the top 10, top 15 guy in the league. So he's always been, doing well with them. And then it's another guy that came from North Carolina A&T. This is a guy I just found out about. Mac McCain, the third, plays for the Eagles. I believe he's a defensive back too. And something that kind of caught my eye, man, is a lot of DBs, not just playing in this game, but it's a lot of DBs that are coming from the HBCU level. And knowing the toughness of the position, DB is probably arguably the top hardest position to play besides quarterback.
Yeah.
In the NFL. So I'm thinking like, hey, if it's the hardest position to play, we getting more and more guys, that must mean that these other positions are able to play as well because they're not as hard to play. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm down with
you. So man, I'm just thinking like, man, with them knowing this, man, I think a lot more guys will start to get offers and drafted from these HBCUs to play in the league, man. So it's a very good sign. What you think?
Definitely. Just talking about that, I know just the caliber of the Super Bowl. I mean, do you have your picks, or you want to hold off on them, or what you want to do, man?
I got my pick, man.
So who we going for? We flying high. Or we going with the cheese head? Not the cheese head, but the tongue. You say what?
You said you going with the arrowheads?
I said, who you going for?
Oh, I mean, it's only one person I can go with, man, and you might see him wearing some colors like this right here now and then. Quarterback, Jalen Hurts, the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, sir. That's who I'm picking. Them boys have been playing crazy all year. I think they only lost one game, right?
I think either one or two.
One or two games, and this is not going to make 3. I tell you that right now. Them boys about to go in there and get this ring, man. I'm proud of him, man. He's, like I said, he's doing well, man. He's married to a black woman too. He got a black girlfriend. That's something you don't never see, brothers. So he's doing good on that. And I think his agent was the first African American first African American woman agent for NFL quarterback. I think so.
Yeah, for the Super Bowl. Yep.
He just lining everything up, man. So I gotta roll with him. Probably my favorite quarterback right now.
Definitely.
What you got?
Oh no, you know me. I do a little soul searching. I got to tell people why I pick. Who I pick. Looking at the Kansas City Chiefs. You got Patty Mahomes. You got young talent. You got Kelsey. A tight end. They're really dynamic on offense. They still got Juju Smith-Schuster. Like they have receivers, but you don't know that they have receivers because all you hear about is Mahomes and his tight end. So like you fall asleep on the other receivers that really produce.
Yeah.
And their defense is a struggle for me sometimes because you don't know what defense is going to show up day after day. So, that's kind of a struggle because honestly, to be real with you, the Bengals should have been in the Super Bowl, not the Chiefs because that penalty, to be honest with you. And
they messed it up.
Yeah, I can't speak on nobody, but me, if I know you going out of bounds, I ain't even going to try to touch you, bro. Like, just to be honest with you, if I know you going out of bounds.
See, man, like playing the game, dog, I played D-line for a little bit. Man. I played college ball playing D-line too. Like, dog, he was just in the moment, dog. In the heat of the moment, he didn't realize where he was on the field. He's like, man, I gotta get this dude. I gotta get him. I cannot let him get farther up the field. And I think, in the NFL, they got the rule as far as stopping the clock when you go out of bounds. So he's like, man, I'm trying to get him to go backwards. All these thoughts going through his head, man. He just messed up. But the dude had, like, if you take away that play, bruh had a hell of a game.
Yeah, he did. He really did.
Game. But
he really did.
Unfortunately, all of that is going to be outshadowed, by what he did at the end of the game, and because that was the most important play of the game. So
yeah,
I feel for that young man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, just looking at all that for the Chiefs, then you go on the Eagles side, they have two dominant receivers. They have a tight end that can produce, and they also have a running game. Then you go on the defensive side of the ball. Their defense is A1. Like they hit, even though San Fran didn't have no quarterback, they held them to 7 points. That means they stopped the running game, which, the running game is the most powerful thing for, the 49ers. I don't think it's a pass, it's the run for them. Mm-hmm. They shut that down. They really shut that down. It's hard to shut McCaffrey and Debo down. That's two dynamic athletes that can line up at receiver and running back. Yep. So stopping two caliber players like that down, and you're not slowing down throughout the game, and you only let them score 7 points, that's amazing. I don't think the Eagles going to stop. Usually when the Eagles go to the Super Bowl, they have an amazing game or they end up winning. So, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to fly Eagles fly, man. I'm gonna have to go to the Eagles, man.
Yes, sir. Dog. If you look at them, if you look at that defense, bro, I think they only give up 20 points a game. That's second best in the league. And the only team that's better than that is the 49ers. And they just beat them. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to be a game of defense, man. Like the best team with it, because both of these teams have really explosive offenses. You got Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes. Both are great offenses, but I really think the separation is the defense that's going to make them win, in my point of view.
Yeah, because that, like they said, defense win championships. So defense going to bring it out on the defense going to definitely do their thing. Sure. But I know, Jerry, I've been seeing it. This is just off topic because it just came in my head. Some of these schedules are getting released out way earlier than what it's supposed to be. And I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. A lot of HBCUs are releasing their schedule in February, which they should have been doing that a couple of years ago, because now people can plan and go things. Right. Just seeing a couple of people's schedules, what game are you looking forward to?
Man, it's so many big games, man. It's so many big games. I think for me, what I really look forward to, of course, I'm gonna always go with the fam route, man. I'm really excited about the homecoming. I've never experienced like playing PV. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be a big game. That's the game I'm looking forward to the most. Homecoming is always a good experience. But I really want to beat Jackson State, man. Like that's really like set in my heart. Like we gotta beat Jackson State because of what happened last year. So if we can pull that out the hat, man, I'm be ecstatic. What about you?
I think I may be wrong. I saw Texas Southern playing. Is it Venice? I think. I don't know. I may be wrong. I saw somebody playing McNeese, and I was like, "Ooh, that's gonna be a good game." Now you really scheduling. South Carolina State playing Charlotte and playing the Citadel. I was like, okay, y'all trying to schedule some games now. South Carolina State. I see y'all. South Carolina State scheduling some games. Then when I saw this game, FAMU versus Texas Southern. At Texas Southern in Houston, I was like, boy, you done did something wrong right there.
Yeah. That's
Andrew Body versus Musa.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game, dog. That's gonna be a good game. And
man, these games are going to be crazy this year, man. Just the caliber of what people scheduling. Like, I think a lot of people upgraded their scheduling this year. Not really trying to play down to Division two teams, but this is what we have to do to show that we belong. Because right now we're not scheduling the games to showing that we belong. Yes, we lead in attendance. Yes, we have the most people to go to homecoming. Yes, we have the most people to go to these bowl games. But at the end of the day, we gotta show where we belong. We gotta schedule some of these games, and our fans gonna show up regardless. If
Oh yeah.
it's a white school, black school, regardless, we're going to show up at these games.
Yeah.
So I'm proud for almost all the schedules are not out yet. For the ones that are out, I'm proud for them. I can clap my hands and say I'm proud of you guys for actually stepping up. And we're gonna have a breakdown schedule of each game, like we did last year. So we're gonna go through the schedule when all the schedules are out, and we're gonna talk our smack and let people know what's up.
Yeah, man. We got that. We do got that one team. I think we're playing against West Florida. So that's the only Division two game we got on there.
Yeah.
But besides that, we got USF. So I mean, that's gonna be a good game. I think that's gonna be the game to really see where we are.
Yeah, and I feel like we can. I don't know. I feel like we can make some noise that game. We made noise with North Carolina, with dang 18 players near out. I think we can definitely make some noise against that team in Orlando. Shoot, Jerry, anything else you gotta say? Comment, saying to the fans out here, man.
Man, shout out to Robin. No, we ain't got Robin on the show right now. I mean, she's in law school. So she's got a lot going on. So I'm blessed to be able to be here tonight because most of the time I'll be busy doing something too. So y'all follow me on IG, man. BOOQER_T. Follow my dog Ron too.
Yeah, you already know you can follow me on Bridges on Top, and make sure you go down here on this little ticket, follow the Pre-Snap Read on IG and Twitter, man. Holla at me, message me, tell us what y'all want to see more of. Y'all want to see more breakdowns. We want to talk about the schedule next week. Let us know, man. We'll definitely talk about it. If you want to come on the show, hit me up. We'll have some conversations. Shoot, make sure y'all be black this Black History Month. Shout out to Jackie Robinson, one of the first black athletes that came through Major League Baseball, started in the Negro Leagues with Satchel Paige and all them boys. And, it took a lot for him to just, show that he belonged and show that black people belong. Because if they would have just picked anybody, it could have been turmoil. But they picked him for a reason. And that's why to this day, number 42 is still retired. And number 42, Jackie Robinson, is still the most talked about athlete to this day, just because of what he did as far as trailblazing, as far as Black History Month.
Yeah. Let me add something else to that, man. I know it is Black History Month, but also today is National Women's in Sports Day. So shout out to all the women, that are in athletics, that are playing athletics or are athletes. I got to shout out, it's my first athletic director when I was at Winston-Salem State was Tanya Walker. And she was a great athletic director, man. So I feel like every institution that I've been to has been a great woman that's been able to show me and lead me in the correct direction. So shout out to Tanya Walker, shout out to Tiffany Sykes. She's a great one too. So man, I'm just excited for that as well, man, as these women are stepping into these spaces and leading in the right direction.
Yeah, and about what was it, about 10 years ago they said a female couldn't do it. And now we in the future and they doing it, man. We doing it. Shout out to the females out there that's working in these sports arenas and doing the thing. Shout out to them. But today is a short show, guys, man. We didn't want to go too long. I know y'all got some stuff to do. We got some stuff to do. So shout out to everybody, man. Peace out, love. Holla at you, man.